That extra depth that you've just talked about in the squad, do you think that's going to be enough this year to carry Arsenal from nearly to really?
Well, I hope so. I mean, our lack of depth has been ridiculous. I mean, last season, we had a lot of injuries, and not just to kind of like sideline players, but actually to the first team. And we was in the end of last season. We were still in big competitions, and we had the ridiculous situation where if we needed a goal, we brought on Kieran Tierney on left wing. That was our attempt to try and get a goal. I mean, it was true. You had to laugh, otherwise you'd cry. So now what we've done is Andrea Berta has replaced Edu, and my God, I mean, he earned his money in the summer because he was just having to do so much. So our depth is very much there. I still would have liked a kind of specialist left winger, I think. But if Martinelli can, return to a bit of form, then probably that will mean that will be less of a miss. But we've got a much better chance now because we were definitely let down by that over the last few seasons. 100%.
Were you one of those who signed the petition not wanting Madueke?
No, because because I'm not a psychopath, and that is a really weird thing to do. I think we can all agree. But did I welcome it when we was linked with him? I'm not going to lie. No, I didn't, because I just thought there was a lot of elements at play here. We do go shopping a lot for like Chelsea. We do go to Chelsea a lot because there's a good relationship behind the scenes with the club. So we do go, well, who are you looking to sell this year? I'm pretty certain next year we'll be signing Hatto and Gittins next summer because they're going to be for sale for sure. And I'm sure we'll be quite keen in them. But so was I like brilliant Noni Madueke? That's exactly what I've been thinking. That's what we want. No, I didn't. But, he's got everything to be a top quality player. Madueke, there's no doubt about that. But was he the player that I immediately was like, yeah, that's a ceiling raiser? No, I didn't. But I was not signing a form either because, as I say, I'm fairly sort of like okay mentally. So I wasn't signing forms. That's a weird thing to do. Nor was I really aggressively angry about it. But I just kind of thought, okay, I'm one of those people who's like, I wouldn't have thought go for him. Sounds like a lot of money for him. And then by the end of the summer window, you saw some of the deals and you thought, actually, maybe that price isn't that bad, considering some of the deals that have gone through. So, but once someone's signed, I don't care who they are. I'm behind them.
Bruce, can I ask what happens if you don't? What happens to Arteta if you don't win anything this season?
Nothing. I'm not one of these people. Most people that are like, Arteta, what are they going to do? Arteta, are they going to? That's rival fans because they don't want him at the club, and I'm convinced of that. Like, you're not going to get like a Liverpool fan saying, "Please sack Ruben Amorim," because you want him to stay there, right?
So there's two reasons though why I asked this question, right? Firstly, sure. The way you all are playing football is becoming more and more cynical, I think. Well, and secondly, the reason why you didn't win the league last season is basically you've got too many key players got injured, and the injuries were all kind of soft tissue injuries, which you should have been able to see coming. So it's almost like he's made the decision to run the players into the ground. So I would, if I was director of football, if I was in charge of that, I'd be like, well, yeah, he's got the club back to kind of getting a serious number of points to win the league, but has he got what it takes to get from 2 to 1? That's what would worry me.
Yeah, no. Arteta, we know what we've got with Arteta. I think we're very lucky to have him. At the ground, actually in the ground amongst supporters, everyone's behind Arteta. This whole kind of faction of Arsenal fans that aren't is purely a kind of like a YouTuber type thing. It's something from the sort of terminally online type of thing. No, but it is. I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about the fan TV people. You know the ones I'm talking about. It comes from them because they got to talk about something. But the reality is, if you're in the ground, there's none of that because we've got, fake memories. He had a huge job to do. When Wenger left, Wenger did leave a mess. You know, he wasn't meant to. The idea was that he was going to leave us in a great position, but it wasn't. Not just the team either, but the club as a whole was a bit of a basket case club in terms of its sort of internal personality and culture. So it was a big job. It was too big for Unai, and he's come in and he just had so much work to do. Not just the team, but the actual culture of that football club. So he's done an extraordinary job, and and most of the fans that I know that go regularly don't have any great passion to roll the dice on someone else. So no, I don't think anything will happen.